So we want to start maybe with some history on Deion, the background on Deion Sanders, of course, being one of the greatest athletes in American history, being a two-sport athlete. How much about Deion do you remember growing up? I think we're about the same age. I want to say mid-30s or so.
That's right. Yep.
So how much of Deion do you remember, and what was your first impressions of him as a kid?
So my first impression of Deion was him winning the Super Bowl with the Niners in #94 and absolutely hating the 49ers as a Cowboys fan at the time. And then immediately the next season loving Deion Sanders when he won the Super Bowl with with the Dallas Cowboys at '95. And obviously we played a lot of playground football, so you had kids hitting the dance, that whole primetime shuffle. I mean, Deion was just an athlete, and you cheered for him, you wanted to be him all the way through. I remember being excited for his comeback with the Ravens when I think he was 37 years old.
Yeah, he wore 37 because he was 37.
He was past his prime, and still was out there, and it's just amazing to see. Pretty much the consensus pick on the greatest cornerback ever. Be able to turn that into truth prep, and then turning that into his time with the NFL Network, which was just so fun. I think that clip with him and LaDainian Tomlinson and Shannon Sharp still goes viral, where they're just talking and just having a great time on there, and then being able to follow him all the way through Jackson State and now at Colorado. I can't cheer against Deion, man. I just love him too much.
He has this just incredibly legendary career. He's done things that no one else has ever done, and at the same time he just has this infectious charisma and positivity that he brings to everything. And I mean, some people might call it arrogance,
right.
Especially when he was real young. And I remember one of the stories that I recall was when he was preparing for the draft. There was a team, I think it was the Giants.
Giants.
Yeah, they're picking 10th or something like that, and they asked him to come work out or send him a plate, something like that. And he's like, nah, I'm not even going to bother. He's like, I'm going to be gone by then, so I'm not even going to bother. But I think this is he knew his worth. We'll say that. I think that's definitely a common theme that we've seen with Deion throughout his career, and something that when I was talking to Dave Zirin about Jim Brown, that he talked about as well, was that Jim Brown always knew his worth.
Yeah,
and I think these guys are very similar in terms of their bravado, their two-sport excellence, all that stuff. So let's talk about the coaching, because I think we all know about the work he did in the NFL with the MLB, all that stuff.